couple of minutes, I want to talk about leadership. Because this surah addresses the complete community of Muslims. And the most important part of the community is the leadership. Look at this. First of all, when these people wanted to go call the Prophet, when these Bedouins arrived, and they're nobodies. They just arrived in Medina, they're Bedouins, and they're not even Muslim yet, a lot of them. But when they want to speak to the Prophet ﷺ, they know exactly where he lives, and they just go call out to him, "Hey, Ya Muhammad, come on out, I need to talk to you." You see the accessibility? Easy to get in touch with. Readily available. The open door policy of Rasulullah ﷺ. You always know where to find him. He's always there for you to talk to him. Very important quality of leadership, accessibility. One of the first qualities of leadership the Prophet taught us, and it's also one of the first qualities of leadership that disappeared from our communities and from our ummah. The leaders are at the service of their people, not the other way around. Rasulullah says, "Khadimul qawmi sayyiduhum." The leader of a people is the one who serves his people. The leader is the one who serves them. One time this group of people arrived to accept Islam, and as soon as they got to Medina, they were excited. We're going to meet Rasulullah. We're going to meet Rasulullah. So that as soon as they got there outside the masjid, they all just jumped off their camels, they left their stuff there, and just ran in. The leader of the tribe, he stayed back, tied up everyone's camel, took everyone's luggage off the camels, make sure all the valuables were stored away safely, and he's outside taking. Rasulullah said, "So where's the leader?" Someone said, "I think he's still outside, kind of wrapping things up, tying up loose ends." Rasulullah waited. So I'm not going to start. I'm not going to speak to anyone until he gets here. And then finally he came. And Rasulullah praised this quality of his, taking his time and making sure everything was thoroughly, properly done. And then he said, "Look, this is a real leader. He serves his people. He's the last one there tying up everything. Not just, I've arrived. Let me bark orders out to everyone. You do this, you do this, you do this. Just make sure it's done properly. And then I walk out." No, that's not leadership. So the accessibility of Rasulullah ﷺ. The other quality of leadership, forbearance. Being forgiving with your people. Not taking things personally. Letting things go. When these people come, now imagine Rasulullah ﷺ, who has given his whole life to Islam. He's gone home late at night. And even that time at home, what does he do with more than half the time? He prays, right? قُمِ اللَّيْلَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. I want you to stand up and pray most of the night. نِصْفَهُ وَإِنْقُصْ مِنْهُ قَلِيلًا. At least half, or maybe 1/3 of the night. So he's spending half the night in prayer as it is. His own even personal time with his own family. He's spending half that time praying. So how much time? He has a couple of hours for himself, for his family. And he's at home with his family after spending all day serving the people and preaching to the people and teaching the people. He's finally gone home, and these people show up outside his door. Hey, come on out, I need to talk to you. It took Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to intercede, to come in and say, "Listen, leave him alone at night. Don't go to his house and start yelling at him to come on out." The Prophet himself, you know what this verse teaches us? The Prophet himself never addressed the issue. He didn't come outside and say, "What's wrong with you people? I can't even have a couple of hours to myself." No, he let it go. It's okay. He still comes out, "Yes, how can I help you? Yes, what would you like? What can I do for you?" That was the response of the Prophet. Look how patient he is. Look how forgiving he is. It took Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reveal a verse saying, "Don't do this anymore, people. What's wrong with you? Don't you know how to act with the Prophet ﷺ?" This is the forbearance, the accessibility, and the quality of leadership that the Prophet ﷺ provided to us. And this should serve as a role model to us. And the last thing I'd like to say, when I talk about this leadership, it doesn't just mean that everyone sitting here is saying, "That's good. When I go back, I'm going to go yell at the board at my masjid." No. We're all leaders in some capacity or another. We're all leaders in some. The teacher of the classroom is the leader there. In charge. Whoever's in charge. In charge is a better word. Whatever you're in charge of, wherever you're in charge, this applies to you. At your home, the father's in charge. Don't deal with your children like this. Be accessible, be forgiving, be kind, be merciful. If you're a big brother or big sister, then you're in charge of your little siblings. Same thing applies to you. If you're a boss at work, the same thing applies to you. See, this is that connection I was talking about. You can't separate that. Oh, that's fine. That's good what you're saying, brother. That's mashallah. That's very good. But at work, you got to handle things differently. No, same thing applies. The Prophet ﷺ's example applies everywhere. And just implement it. Just try it, and you'll always see better results.